number 2. MVP the league, most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Slam, slam, slam.
Hey. Yo, faster.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Squeeze. Hey, exit. Now.
Motion.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's checking. Crash.
64, we get it.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
Mike. Come up the ball.
5.
On first down, Elway. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quentin Williams in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Let's see what you got. Check.
Hey, lock it. Shoot.
Now it's Elway. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
On the ready.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Hey, do.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On second down, McCaffrey, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They defer to Brown to start the drive, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's get off the field, Steve.
Here's Elway. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hernandez. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Alpha.
53, check 53.
Go.
3rd and 2. Now Elway. Over the middle, complete. That's Hernandez. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of 9 yards. First down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
Ready,
Found the
ready.
hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Brown. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Elway to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hey, Charlie. Snap.
They're going on 4th. It's Elway. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Look at me. Zipper. Hit it.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of. The Jets will extend their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Got it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You don't
down.
want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's on field.
Out of the gun, Elway. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here.
6-6. Pull it high. Go.
Throwing now, Elway on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hernandez. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Elway will throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Elway to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. If this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Now it's Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Rock it.
From the gun, it's Elway. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Elway. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Elway. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Check four. X3. 218. Chop.
They fake the give. Now Elway. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Fire.
After the interception, here's Elway. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up third.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Jet bomber.
That's the run. It's south, baby. That's a baby south.
Check, check. Smooth.
Fresno. Whip. Let's go.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Joe McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? On 1st and 10, Elway. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Raiders.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Elway looking to pass again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And the Jets have got it. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Christian McCaffrey, 48 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On first down, Elway. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Hey. He's crashing. He's checking.
McCaffrey on the counter, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go.
Looking to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will extend their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the left.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. This is McCaffrey. He's got past midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's McCaffrey. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On second down now, it's Brown. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Set 18 Gator. Come to my work. We want it.
On third down, Elway. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
8 Reese. Let's make these babies proud on the way back home, yo. Let's make it.
Now Elway on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders get a score closer. Point after, right down the middle. A final score now from Chicago. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch.
X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, lock it.
No. Check.
Hard. Shoot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Go.
McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Jets, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my